Hey guys, it's Christina Marie and welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today's video is about 15 things to do 2 days before you leave for your cruise. So of course you're gonna have to pack and print out your boarding pass, but there's actually a lot of small little things that you need to take care of. So I'm gonna go through them in this video. It's important to do these things a few days ahead of time because you don't wanna leave everything for last minute. Okay, so the first thing is to get cash from the bank. So I would recommend getting a lot of $5 bills, $1 bills, and then 10s and 20s. If you go to port and you have to take a taxi, it might cost $15 per way per person. And then if you do a tour, that might be $70. So just pack lots and lots of cash for taxis, tipping people, and buying souvenirs at each port. The second thing is to pack your passport. Even if you're going to the Caribbean, and sometimes maybe this is just me, I'm thinking oh, I don't need my passport. You need it. So get your passport, make sure it's on your carry-on luggage. You will need that to board the cruise ship. So don't pack it at the bottom of your suitcase. Make sure it's in your carry-on, as well as your driver's license, of course. The third thing is to print your boarding pass and your luggage tags. The luggage tags have your room number on them. It allows them to easily deliver your luggage to your stateroom. And then you'll need your boarding pass to actually board the cruise ship. The fourth thing that you'll want to do is have a morning of checklist. So my personal little tidbit is I get a little sticky note and put it on the door so that I see it before I exit my condo and lock the door. My checklist usually involves things like, did you pack your toothbrush and toothpaste? Did you pack your cell phone charger? Did you turn off the lights? Did you turn off the heat or turn off the AC? Close the blinds as needed. And that's it. So make sure you have a morning of checklist of last minute things that you might forget to do when you're stressed out. I would highly recommend that, and just tape a piece of paper to your front door so you see it before you leave for your cruise ship. The fifth thing is download the cruise app. So cruises are moving more towards having everything on their cruise app, and it can be really slow to download things onto your cell phone once you are on the cruise ship. So go ahead and download the cruise ship app ahead of time. The sixth thing is set up an out of office message, not just for work, but for your personal email as well. Because in my experience, you never know when you might get an email from somebody requesting something urgent. So for example, I live in a condo building and they frequently have things that they need us to do. In next week, Friday, we need you to drop off a spare key to enter your condo in case there's an emergency. So if you have an out of message on, people will know oh, you're not gonna be able to do that in a week, you're on vacation. So just always be covered. I put an out of message on not just my personal email, not just my work email, but my personal email as well. The seventh thing to do is give a spare key to your house, to your neighbors. Who knows if your place is going to flood or something horrible is going to happen. Give a neighbor a spare key. And then number 8, related, tell a neighbor heads up, hey, I'm heading out of town. Okay, the 9th thing to do is make sure you have all of your medications packed. So get an extra new set of any prescription medications that you may have. And then also make sure to go to the store, and if you don't have it in your suitcase, I would highly recommend you have Advil, Aleve, Pepto-Bismol, pain medicine, anything that you might need, because once you are on a cruise, it's really hard in some of the ports to find medication. My mom was traveling and I think she ran out of, I don't know what it was, but she could not find it at all. So anything that you may need, go ahead and pack it. Band-aids, first aid kit, medicine, anything, just pack it all in your luggage. The 10th thing to do before you leave for your cruise is complete the health questionnaire. So usually check your email. The cruise will send you so many emails. It's easy to miss the actual email, but it is a health questionnaire that you'll need to complete ahead of time. So make sure you do that. Okay, moving on. Number 11 of things to do before you leave for a cruise is to go online to the US Post Office website, and I would recommend that you ask them to pause your mail. That way it won't pile up outside of your house. The 12th thing to do is to schedule a COVID test, or actually schedule your COVID test in advance. You can always cancel it. Cruises, I posted a video, they keep on changing their minds. They'll say you don't need a COVID test, and then they say you do need a COVID test. So just get a COVID test and get it taken care of. The 13th thing to do before you leave for the cruise is check the weather. So you might be thinking like, oh, it's going to be sunny and warm on a cruise, but not always. Sometimes it's really rainy, so you might need to pack a poncho and an umbrella. And sometimes it's unseasonably cold. Or maybe this happened to my mom. She was going on a cruise to like Argentina and Antarctica, and she was thinking like, oh, it's going to be warm. Thankfully, she checked the weather and was like, oh shoot, it's gonna be really, really cold. I need to pack 2 winter jackets. So just check the weather to make sure that you packed appropriately. Number 14, before you leave for a cruise, make sure you turn off your heat, electricity. That's kind of on the tip of things to do. Water your plants, make sure you have your pets taken care of. Hopefully you planned that way in advance. And then the 15th thing to do is pack. I would recommend packing for your cruise, not the day ahead of time, but like 2 days ahead of time. So what I personally do is a little cruise tip packing hack is I usually throw all of my clothes in a suitcase. Like, here's everything that I might want to pack. And then the day ahead of time, I'm like, do I really need this? No, I'll take it out. Do I really need this? Take it out. So I just find, for me personally, for packing for a cruise, it's easier if I throw everything in my suitcase and then revisit it a day later. Usually I'll forget like 1 or 2 things. So pack 2 days in advance and then like reevaluate your suitcase to decide what you actually need. If you thought this video was helpful, please subscribe below. It makes my day. It completely delights me. And now I'm gonna do a recap of everything to pack. Not everything to pack, but everything to do 2 days before you leave for your cruise so that you're prepared. 1 is get cash. 2 is, sorry, I have marker on my hand. 2 is pack your passport and ID in your carry-on. 3 is print your boarding pass and luggage tags. 4 is create a morning of checklist to put on your door. So that might be things like, did you pack your toothbrush? Did you pack your cell phone charger? Did you turn off the lights and the heater? 5 is download the cruise app. 6 is set up an out of office message for your personal and work email. That's number 6. 5 was download the cruise app. 7 is give a spare key to your neighbor. 8 is tell your neighbors that you're going out of town. 9 is get extra prescription meds and pack all the meds that you might need, like Tylenol, Advil, Pepto-Bismol. 10 is complete the cruise health questionnaire. 11 is get your mail on pause. 12 is take a COVID test. 13 is check the weather. 14 is make sure you water your plants, turn off the heat. And 15 is pack. That is it. If I forgot any tips, please leave a comment below with any tips you may have to share with others on things to do before you leave for a cruise. And if you have any questions about cruising, leave a comment below. I would love to help you out. Thanks, guys.